As fears about bad European debts hit the banking system, I'm looking at whether another credit squeeze is on the way, both for banks and for consumers here.
And what's been going on overnight. Morning, Steph. So,
Good morning.
What has been happening and why?
Well, the euro crisis has reared its ugly head again, and this is all to do with the worry that they can't pay their debts, that the countries that are in debt are really struggling with their debt. Now, there are further concerns that the debts held by international banks are not going to be paid back, which is very much echoes the 2008 credit crunch that we had, which is where the banks struggled to lend to each other and also to consumers and businesses. Now, late last night, the credit ratings agency Moody's, that's one of the organisations that judges how likely it is that a country will be able to pay back its debt, well, they decided to downgrade Italy, sending a clear signal to the markets and politicians that it's much more likely the Italians haven't got the cash to pay back their creditors.
So, Steph, what can policymakers, government...
There's a lot going on behind the scenes at the moment. We had in Luxembourg last night, there's a big finance ministers meeting going on. Our Chancellor George Osborne's there as well. And what we've got from that so far is this plan to recapitalise the banks. Now, basically, that involves putting money in the vaults so that they've got a bit of cash there in case things go wrong. Now, that will hopefully give a bit of confidence to the markets and to investors that there isn't going to be another credit crunch, which is the big issue here. What we're worried about is that the confidence will be so low that all the banks will panic, they'll stop lending to each other, and then they will stop lending to us, which will affect businesses, it will affect consumers and also the growth in the country. But the issue is that it will take a long time to do this. You know, you've got a lot of countries involved here, so with everything we've seen happen in the past with bailouts, it's just a real long process to get everything moving.
All right, Steph, more from you later. Thanks very much.